Welcome to My Story on Obimanso TV, a platform for the Ghanaian community in Germany. Share your journey and connect with us.
My Story on Obimanso TV, sharing the journeys of Ghanaians in Germany.
So, hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. This is your guy, Daniel. You can call me Danny or Kofi Babone. Once again, I'm here. It's been a while. I've not been here. I was not feeling well, but by God's grace, I'm doing better now. So today I'm here again with an interview. And our guest is Mr. Michael Kreutzberg from Germany. And Mike has been a good friend to me and my family. I've known Mike for about almost 10 years now. And he's been very good to us, not only to me, but also to Ghana. So we decided to bring him here today so he can tell us more about Ghana. So you will know why I'm saying he's been good to Ghana, not only to me and my family. So today Mr. Michael Kreutzberg is here. And we are here to discuss about a lot of things, what he always goes to Ghana for and what he's been doing there. So, Mike, welcome to Obimanso TV, our program, My Story. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. It's a very nice thing, and I'm very curious and how it will develop.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Michael Kreutzberg, he lives in Rostock, one of the cities in Germany, and he's just coming from Rostock. We just met in Berlin. So he just arrived. I just picked him from the station, and we are here to discuss about everything that we plan to discuss today. So Michael, I would like to know, do you want to introduce yourself? I've already done introduction, but I think maybe you can do that better by yourself. And do you want to introduce yourself?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
My name is Michael Kreutzberg. Daniel told already I'm a marine biologist, but now I'm pensioner, of course. You see my age. And I like traveling a lot.
Okay.
And so later we will know, I will tell you why Ghana.
Okay.
I think Daniel will ask me a lot of questions.
Yes.
But
yes.
now we have to concentrate a little bit for the traffic.
Yeah.
And yeah, will you start with your first question?
Okay, yes. I just want to know, since when have you been going to Ghana?
My first visit was in 1992.
1992?
Yeah, many years ago.
Wow, it's been decades.
Yeah, and on that trip I met an expert for botany and forestry near Kumasi in the forest. And I started my first project with him.
Okay, so we will come there. How and why? Do you always go there for a visit, or you go there for something different? Or maybe you are married there and you've been going there every time. How?
No, the background is, I grew up in East Germany under a communist dictatorship. And in this country, it was not allowed for us to travel to Western countries.
Okay.
But I had three dreams.
Three dreams.
One dream was to see coral reefs, one dream was to see rainforest, and one dream was to make a world trip.
Oh, okay.
And all this was not possible under the conditions in East Germany. So, and when the wall collapsed in 1989...
That is the World War?
Or? No, 1989 when the German wall collapsed.
Okay.
You know, after World War II, Germany was divided in western part.
Yes.
Controlled by France, United States and Great Britain. And the eastern part controlled by the Soviet Union, the communists.
Okay.
And but when the wall, in between, the communists built a wall in 1998.
Okay.
1968.
1968, yeah.
So we were like in a prison. But when this wall collapsed in 1989, we are free. We could travel.
So you mean after the war?
After the wall,
okay.
Not wall.
The wall.
The wall.
Okay.
The wall.
Okay.
WALL.
Yeah.
So so that I could travel. And my first trip was to Cuba Island, and I could fulfill my first dream. I saw coral reefs there. And on the other side, in a hotel in Cuba, I met guys from Ghana. These were students from Ghana in Cuba. And I thought, oh great, Ghana has rainforest. And they speak English. So I contacted one of the students and visited him in 1992.
Okay.
This is the story why Ghana
So it means your first time in Ghana was just a visit.
was a visit.
Was
yeah.
a visit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And on this visit, I met this guy from forestry and botany, and this was our first project.
Oh, okay.
This project was about forest conservation, and because this friend Patrick Ekpe, he was a forestry scientist.
Okay, in Ghana.
In Ghana, and,
Okay.
and working at that time in the Ministry of Forestry in Kumasi. And he and some friends, they had an NGO called Ghana Association for Conservation of Nature.
Okay.
And the purpose was to protect the forests.
Oh, okay.
And I like the approach they used. They used the traditional Ghana principle of sacred forests, sacred groves. You know, this that every village or town in the traditional old Ghana had a forest, and
Yes.
some parts were taboo because they were sacred groves.
Okay.
And so, this NGO used this old tradition to talk with the chiefs now to reintroduce the taboos to protect the forest now.
Okay.
And I like this approach very much because it's your own tradition, your own culture,
Yeah.
not any idea coming from Western people.
Yes.
And so I decided to help them,
To join them.
and
Okay.
I could organize some funds in Germany for environmental education for this project.
Oh, okay.
This was my first project.
So all this started in Ghana, and
In 99.
you decided to help. So you
Yeah.
yourself decided to organize funds to.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask as the
Yeah.
the motive behind all
Yeah.
this project. So you just wanted to help to
Yeah.
protect these forest reserves and those
Yeah, yeah.
and those things. Oh, that was a good
Because
idea.
I'm a biologist, specialized in marine biology, but first of all, I'm ecologist also.
Okay.
And at this time, I was working for ecology also
Okay.
in my city, and therefore, it was a good opportunity for me
Yeah.
to share my knowledge and other things with people in Ghana. We have because your problems were much bigger than in Germany.
Yeah, I know. But why Ghana? Because I know there are a lot of African countries that also have forest reserves. Why did you choose Ghana?
It's
Why
by
Ghana?
chance because I met these guys in Cuba.
In Cuba, okay.
And they were from Ghana.
Just
if
like
they
this-
would be from Tanzania, it would be Tanzania.
Yeah, coincidence.
So yeah, you can be lucky.
Okay, yeah,
I met them
understand.
from Ghana, and of course also the language. If they would be from Ivory Coast, I cannot speak French.
Yeah.
So Ghana was a good choice for me.
So who started funding all these projects? Because I know it involves a lot of money. How did you gather all these funds?
I asked the German Foundation,
Okay.
the Hans Böckler Foundation, and they gave me the money for environmental awareness campaigns.
Okay.
So, and I got at this time 4,000 Deutschmark. It was before the euro.
Yeah, it's like 2,000 euros now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I brought it to Ghana in the next year, in 1993. I was in Ghana again and gave them the money for their project. So, and at this time, Patrick asked me if I could help his village too. He's from Upper Yime in Volta region. A very, very poor village at that time, no electricity, illiterate rate from more than 90%, very poor farmers, and they wish to have a kindergarten building.
Okay.
That the woman has more time for the field work, for the agriculture, for farming. So, and I said, okay, it's a nice idea. I will try, and I could get also money again from a German foundation to construct or to build a kindergarten in this village.
Okay.
And the commissioning was in 1998.
1998. So you spent almost 5 years in building that kindergarten, or because
Yeah, not a little bit less. It is also maybe 2 years because writing the application, the bureaucracy, getting all the things takes also some time.
So then it means everything shifted from from protecting the forest
Yeah,
to different
yeah.
projects.
This was
okay.
was my first, but not my only conservation project. Recently, I started 3 years ago a sea turtle conservation project.
Oh, okay.
And we are now active in Pram area near Tema
Yeah.
in cooperation with the University of Ghana, Legon. But this is the newest project.
So is Ghana really appreciating what you're doing? Because I know since 1991 till now you've been doing a lot for Ghana. Are they appreciating what you're doing? Have you heard from any of the?
Yes, they are very, very thankful and very warm reply, and I got a lot of new friends.
Okay.
So it's, I think I was lucky to find such honest partners like Patrick in Mapehime or Dr. Andy from Legon.
Okay.
That I can trust them.
Okay.
There was no money in wrong ways.
I'll come there. I wanted to ask about that one too, because you can. So I don't know. With all this help, do you think since you started going to Ghana, there has been a change with all this help? There has been a change, or everything is almost the same?
No, I know Ghana now for more than 30 years, and of course there are some improvements in Ghana. Some main roads are now constructed, especially in Accra and also Kumasi. The health system is better than before. We have almost everywhere electricity now. But there are still a lot of problems, especially in the rural areas. The roads are still terrible. And a lot of schools are in a very, very bad condition. And the hygienic conditions are very bad. And this is one of the problems. The corruption. I made very bad experience with corrupt policemen in Ghana.
Corruption,
And this is still a problem. But what I like in Ghana also is the hospitality of the people. And this is a very good example that African people can live in peace. You have no civil war in Ghana for many, many years now. You have a stable democracy since 1992. Unfortunately, you find not enough in our newspapers about it, other news, because if there is no blood and other bad things, they don't write about it. But Ghana is a good example. Also, African people can live in peace. And
so, will you like to continue doing more for Ghana, or maybe you are regretting doing something for Ghana, or you still want to do more for Ghana?
I will do more, because Ghana is like a second homeland for me now. Otherwise, I would not go almost every year to Ghana. And I told we just started the Sea Turtle program. We still are active in Patrick's village. The kindergarten was the first step. Then came a KVIP toilet. Then we built 3 classrooms for the elementary school. And now we plan to extend it with another 3 classrooms to a secondary school. We bought teaching materials. We made a athletic competition between the children of the village and the German children. And guess who won 3 times? The Ghana children. Because the Ghana children are more active than the Germans. They always use the body from childhood on. And and they are more used
with the projects
under harsh conditions.
Come there. I know.
So Germans are too soft, too weak.
Maybe I would say maybe from infancy, from the beginning, but maybe as time goes on. So my next question is also, how do you choose where to do the project? Are they being recommended by individuals for their own interest, or you have your own way? Because I'm asking this question because in Ghana, as you know, as you were saying from the beginning, there are a lot of ways and how people do their things. Maybe somebody can even go to one of the chiefs and say, oh, I have one white person, or I have one white man that can help us get a borehole or KVIP or something like that. Maybe then they will go and do their ways, take some money from them, and then whilst the project is free, how do you choose where to do your projects?
I followed the recommendations of my Ghana friends. For example, when I met Patrick for the very first time in 1992 near the forest Kumasi, he told me about this project with the sacred grass, and he said that they would like to have a car to be more mobile, to drive around. And at this times I had a car, and I shipped this second-hand car to Ghana. It was a Lada Niva, a very strong car.
I know.
So this was my first contribution. And then also the money from the foundation. So And then all project ideas came from the local people. And that is important.
Okay.
Because we white people, we don't understand your culture and your conditions. So
Yes.
if sometimes we come with ideas which are, from our point of view, are good, but compared to Ghana, it's not good.
Yeah.
So the kindergarten was the idea of the local people.
Okay.
The KVIP, okay, this idea came from me because when we finished the kindergarten, I asked Patrick, but there's no toilet for the children. Shouldn't we build a toilet? Okay, he said, it would be fine.
Okay.
And yeah, but the teacher's bungalow, for example, in his village we built also a teacher's bungalow because Apeyime is near Akachi, but the teacher have to commute every day, 20 kilometers, and you know they don't get money from the government for the fuel. So that means that the teachers always change, which is not good for the children.
Yeah.
So then the village asked me, could
Because of
I
accommodation.
organize money for a small bungalow that the teachers can stay over the week in the village? So this idea came also from them.
Okay. So how many regions do you have projects in Ghana? Is it only in Volta region?
The main, Volta region, but one project with boreholes was near Kumasi in Asinomaso.
Asinomaso. Oh, okay.
And another school project was in Mafia Diepke, which is also Volta region, but a little bit far from Apeyime. It's near Sokode, no, not Sokode, what is the name? I forgot. But it's maybe 1 hour by car from Apeyime, but still in Volta region.
Volta region.
In the middle of Volta region.
Oh, okay.
And and now the turtle project is in Greater Accra. Greater Accra or Tema.
I'm there. Okay. So, how many projects do you have so far in Ghana in all?
The finished one and the running one?
Yeah, the finished one, all in all the projects.
Let me check. This was the nature conservation. It was the school in Mafia Diepke. It's finished. It was the borehole in Kumasi. It's finished. It was the sea turtle is running. And the village Apeyime is still running. So 5 projects maybe.
5 projects.
2 are still running, 3 are finished.
Oh, okay.
But if you separate it more or split it more, the kindergarten in Apeyime is finished, the toilet is finished, the teacher's bungalow is finished, the elementary school is finished, but we're still active to develop Apeyime more.
As an individual, one person, you are really doing a lot of things for Ghana. So do you always go alone, or sometimes you go with your colleagues? Or
I was twice with other people.
Okay.
In 2019, I was with a German woman and her daughter.
Okay.
She would like to see the athletic competition because he was a coach.
Oh, okay.
And in
was it Christiana?
No, that was Andrea. You haven't seen her.
Oh, okay.
And many years before, I was with another German woman being active in also Volta region in Hawaii. I give her some briefing and showed her some things.
How everything is going.
But what was her name? I think it was Karin. And then in 2023 or no 24, I was with 2 German ladies.
Okay.
They like travel and would like to see Ghana, and I showed them my projects.
So meaning you are not doing everything alone.
No.
People are also.
But most of them alone.
Oh, okay.
Because I have many friends in Ghana, no problem.
Yeah.
I will not get lost.
So let me ask this question.
Yeah.
For example, if anyone want to contact you, maybe for example, in my community, I have a problem. Now I'm watching this interview, and then I see Mr. Michael Kreuzberg talking about how he's helping Ghana, and maybe I get his number, or not even I get his number. I can even contact the Obimanso TV or on my story, and then. Can anyone contact you if they have problem in their community, or if they need help in their community, for example, a borehole or anything that you mentioned? Can they just contact you, or things are not done that way?
No, better not, because this is one, I think, another aspect of this.
Yeah.
I made the experience, if you have such a project somewhere,
Yeah.
and the people see money is coming, they believe you can solve every problems.
Yeah.
But to get money from German foundations, you must have a local NGO in Ghana.
Yeah.
For single individuals, they don't give money.
Okay.
So if maybe a community wants to have a borehole,
Yeah.
there must be a local NGO in this community applying for the money from a German foundation.
Okay.
Then I can help to do it.
Oh, okay.
But on the other
Through the
side,
NGO.
I need
Ghana.
a German NGO.
Yeah.
Also, the Ghana NGO needs a German partner.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no money from
No
foundations.
Okay.
And as a private person, I cannot help everyone.
Yeah.
So what I do in the last years, that I try to get money more from private donors. It's not so much like from foundations, but it's less bureaucracy. So, and every day, every year in my birthday, for maybe almost 10 years now, I invite good friends of mine
Okay.
for coffee or dinner and say, please, no gifts, no flowers, just give money for my projects.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is working. It comes, I get almost between 1,000 and 2,000 euro, which is small money, but it's okay. But no bureaucracy and things like that with the foundation.
Okay.
So, and then we do it small, like you say in Ghana. Of course, if there's a big project like a school and we need money from foundations, then you must have this Ghana local NGO and the German partner NGO to make all this way to
You
apply for
always
funds.
have to work together.
Yeah. Because German foundations will not give the money directly to a Ghana NGO. They give it to the Germans.
Yeah.
The Germans transfer it to Ghana. And the Germans are also responsible
Okay.
for the receipts and everything.
Okay.
And but it's a lot of paperwork.
Okay.
So, and therefore I try to make it now with private donors, especially for Apeyime and for the Turtle Project. And better to do small steps than to make this big approach with a lot of bureaucracy and controlling.
Okay. So you can go fast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
But maybe I can mention on this point one thing in Ghana I see a little bit critically. Don't be upset if I say it, but
it's okay. That's
I
why
can see when you are in Accra or Kumasi, you see always posters of prophets or bishops or priests and reverends.
Yeah.
Mostly fat guys, rich guys. And Ghana people spend hours and hours for praying.
Yeah, every day from Monday to Friday.
But you cannot change your life by praying only. You have to do something by your own
that's
hands,
a good advice.
using your brain.
Yeah.
Not feed this fat priests and bishops. So this is a problem in Ghana.
That's a very good advice that you are giving.
And so this is, you have to, I don't want to say you have to learn, but many Ghanaians have to learn.
Yeah.
You have your own power.
Yeah, to do something for yourself.
Of course you suffer, but it will not be better if you go praying for 5 hours.
No.
You have to do something.
That won't solve the problem.
And the second problem is recently there is a risk to step into the trap of China, to be the new colonial power for Africa. So why you import mackerel cans from China? You have so many local fishermen. Why you don't produce it in your own country? And so this is things Ghana can do better.
This question goes to the government,
Yeah.
maybe, because they are the one that's supposed to.
Because
I think with time things will
Yeah.
change. As you said before, it was not that good, but now everything is getting better.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
hope and we pray that everything will get better, and the leaders will listen to our cries.
I
so
hope,
they can-
yes.
They can.
I have one more big request to your government. Please make it easier to enter your country.
Yes.
The visa application of Ghana is the most complicated I know, and I travel a lot.
Here in Berlin,
Yeah,
if you want to apply for
you
the
have
visa,
to apply. You have to fill out 12 pages online. But the stupid thing is you have then to print out it and send it also by mail to the embassy.
That's
Why?
Yeah. If you do it
If you do it
online,
online
then
already.
why is the need of printing it again? And
Yeah.
then, okay, I
So-
hope they will listen because they will watch the video. So
Yeah.
we pray that they listen.
Many
yeah.
countries you don't need a visa anymore as a
Yeah.
German.
Because if you
Why
are helping
not for Ghana? But maybe they take a lot of money for
Yeah,
the visa.
because normally when you have German
Yeah.
passport, you go to many countries
Yeah.
without visa. So
Yeah.
that's also their policy. But I think they have to do something about it because,
Yeah.
as you say, you've been helping Ghana from
Yeah.
since 1991,
Yeah.
and I think you don't even deserve a Ghanaian passport. At least, yeah, just to.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so our leaders, please, this is the
Yeah.
plea from Mr.
Yeah.
Michael Kreuzberg. You
Yeah.
have to do something about it, and I know the Ghana embassy will also
Yeah.
watch the video and they
Okay,
can do
good.
something about it because
I also give me
yeah,
a visa
because-
next time. as
yeah,
well.
yeah, I hope to because we know I understand because we know
Yeah.
we've been also doing this visa things and some
Yeah.
we sometimes also apply for visa
Yeah.
when you compare it to other countries
Yeah.
it's a little bit disturbing
Yeah,
and
yeah.
even when you go to the embassy sometimes the situations there is
Yeah.
very bad but
Yeah.
we hope things will change
Yeah.
as time goes on.
Yeah.
So I think we are just about to conclude our interview, but I want to know what's the next project now after this ongoing project. What's the next plan?
I think the next plan will be that we build 3 more classrooms in Apeyime that they can use the school as secondary school. But this will, therefore we need a foundation again
Okay.
because it's too much money.
Okay.
But we work on this project now.
Oh, okay.
So, and there is one
But it
foundation.
seems okay. Just
The German foundation Fly and Help is specialized on building only schools.
okay.
And they are very, very good. The application is more easy than with the other foundation
Okay.
I normally use. And I hope we can get the money maybe next year or 27
Oh, okay.
for this extension of the school in Apeyime.
Okay. But it seems like everything is since we started talking. I've been hearing
Yeah.
Apeyime. It seems that everything is going. Most of the projects are going to Volta
Yeah.
region. Why? We from the Ashanti region also need some projects.
Yes, of course, but this is also by chance because I met Patrick and he's from Volta region.
Okay, so they are lucky.
So, but I cannot work everywhere, you know.
Okay.
So it's also use a lot of my power and capacities to concentrate on these things.
Okay.
But I know there are other organizations.
But, I was about to ask this one
Yeah.
too. If you know any other organizations that are also working in Ghana or going
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
other so these different
Yeah.
regions also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's also better to focus on one and do it very well instead of doing 3-4 times
Yeah.
at the same time, but
Yeah.
not very good.
When you start one, then
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
finish
yeah,
before
yeah,
you
yeah,
go to
yeah,
the
yeah,
other project.
yeah, yeah,
It helps. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, guys,
Yeah.
this is my story on Obimansu TV. As we promised, Mr. Michael Kreuzberg is here and he's just giving us the insight about he's going to Ghana every year. He's been going to Ghana for the past, I don't know how many years now, since 1991, so over decades.
1992. So
1992, sorry. And he's been doing a lot for Ghana. So today he's here, then he's been telling us a lot about Ghana. He's almost a Ghanaian. and I like him very much because I know him for almost 10 years now. I've even been to Ghana with him, I think once or twice, and it's also been good and helpful to my family and also to Ghana as a whole. So we are very grateful to have him, and he's been helping a lot. So is there any other country that you helping, or is only Ghana?
now I'm also active on the Philippines.
Philippines.
Yeah, with a project since 2015.
Okay.
There's a project. It's a very poor neighborhood in one city, and young artists help the children to get more self-consciousness by teaching them in arts, in dancing, singing, sculpturing, painting, theater, and it's amazing to see how these children flourish. and what skills they have.
Okay.
So I organized funds also for them from foundation, and I also get money from private donors
Oh, okay.
to develop these children. It's a
But
very
this-
nice project.
But this thing requires a huge amount of money, or all these things you are doing.
Yeah, it depends from the, for example, building the kindergarten was 10,000 Deutschmark, so
Okay.
5,000 euro now.
Those days.
But
yeah.
the school in Mafia Diepke was 30,000 euro.
30,000 euros.
And this came from the foundation Fly and Help.
Oh, okay.
And the project in Philippines, we do it step by step. Maybe
Yeah.
6,000 euro 1 year, next year only 1,000. So because the 6,000 came from the foundation,
Yeah.
and the smaller amounts are coming from private donors every
Okay.
year.
Okay.
So, and it's good. Then we can do step by step. They have also local donors, of course.
Okay.
So the people in Philippines and also in Ghana, they have some local donors, and like Rotary Club or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
So not all money. And this is also one very important thing you should keep in mind when you do a project.
Okay.
Don't finance 100%,
Okay.
because the people have to learn. It's
How
our
to
own.
control
We have
it.
to do also
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
We cannot just open our hands.
You also have to help. Yes.
This was a mistake of the development policy maybe in the 60s and 70s, that Western governments, they give always money without controlling.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Then they think it will come every day, so
yeah.
they can even misuse
Yeah.
the money. They are
Of
not going
course,
to,
of
yeah.
course.
Okay, I understand what you mean.
So a foundation, for example, gives maximum 75%
Okay.
of a project. The other is to be raised by the local NGO
Oh, okay. I understand.
or
what you
people.
mean. Okay, so
We
it's
are
been a
close.
nice time with Mr. Michael Kreutzbeck, and we've talked a lot. And do you have anyone to say hi or to greet in Ghana? Because I know a lot of people will be watching the video, and maybe anytime I do video, I receive a lot of calls. People will be calling
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I don't, maybe somebody will see or will watch the video that knows you. They might even call me.
Okay.
So if you have anyone, or if you have someone that you want to say hello or hi, or you want to greet them,
Yeah.
the platform is yours now.
I can greet Ocean, my friend Ocean. We just chatted in the train when I
Okay.
was here. He's in Accra now. And my friend Joshua from Kokobite.
Okay.
I can greet the family of Patrick. I will send him the link. I think he doesn't know yet, but I will send him
Then
the
you
link.
can watch. Okay.
And then he can watch. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. So, fam.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was very nice.
So we are here again. All what I want to say is thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And as I always say, please do subscribe to our channel, and then like our videos, and we will bring you more. We hope everything goes well. Maybe when the time comes, or if you have the chance, we will bring more NGOs through Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael Kreutzbeck, you know, a lot of NGOs that are also helping Ghana. I think we need to help them, enlighten them. We need to let people know what they are doing to help our country. So we have to appreciate them, you know. Since 1992, they've been doing a lot for Ghana, and he's not the only one. And we also send greetings and thanks to those donors, those who are helping him with the money to help our community. We really appreciate all their help, and we thank you very much for watching every time. Thank you very much for being with us, and till we meet again, we say bye-bye. My name is Daniel, as I always say. Take good care of yourself and be careful with people, and then you always have to be careful. Don't take things just easy like like that. Everything is not that easy, so be careful, and then till we meet again, we say bye bye.
Discover Obimanso TV on Facebook, your go-to for news, entertainment, and sports. Follow us now for exclusive updates and live streams. Join the conversation today.